At the end of the day, you're just left with whatever 120, 40, 50 pounds of body you have, and the permutations, the combinations of the elements, which will lead to the doshas, which will lead to the dhatus, which will lead to the malas and upadhatus and everything. So starting from the element, from the first cell to whatever 50 trillion cells you have, it is all related with the basic structure of your body, which entails the structure and the function. Okay? The third thing is Adi Daivik. Do you know the word Daiva? Daiva? You should know that. Destiny. Okay? Daiva has to do with destiny. So, in spite of all of this, it has given an equal importance to destiny. Something to do with which giving a broader understanding that why you are attracting certain good or bad things in your life, why you are blessed or cursed with certain things in your life, how you are looking at your life experiences with your karma standing in your own face, and how you are going to mitigate that. Okay? Because you would say that why would they even add this category in medicine as such? Okay? But it is given 1/3 importance in the part of treatment and healing, that you need to look at that why there are certain people who are constantly posed and riddled with one thing after another. Okay? This thing happens. I saw a lady who had rear-ending accidents 3 times in a week. Within a week. Okay? 3 times. And so many times you don't have control over that. Okay, so when we talk about destiny, attraction with karma, good or bad things, and the same with being blessed and being cursed also. So it's given a lot of importance to understanding where they are in the grand scheme of things, and what can you advise people that if they are posed with a lot of problems in their life, challenges, and if they are blessed with some things, how can you maintain a degree of gratitude, a sense of calmness, a sense of easiness about how they look at their life and how they attract the right kind of things regularly for them in their life. It's very important, isn't it? Because it is a category which talks about mantra, money, mangal, homa, prayaschitta, swastika, and so many different things which are all the part of gemstones, mantras, yagyas, rituals, prayers, beads, rosary, whatever you name it. They all fall into this esoteric category of medicine itself. It may sound esoteric, but many times it just makes the person humble to receive whatever good or bad things are happening in their life. It actually gives them a little bit of more close connection with themselves to stay out of trouble and to prepare themselves for things, and slowly and steadily they will change the physical structure of their body. Okay? I have seen numerous people who have sudden myocardial infarct, and they had to be taken to an emergency room, and they were almost gone, and somehow were given a second life. And slowly and steadily they became spiritual. They started changing the ways they were eating and doing things, and they started kind of rebuilding their life very differently. And they started businesses in their second part of life, which was of much better understanding of how they want to do things for others and things like that. So when I say that diseases are kind of blessings, they are detours for us to guide that wake up. You still have time to change your body, change your mentality, change your outlook, change the karma, what you're attracting. And if you can't really look at those as an opportunity to change your life, you'll be mistaking and just continue to walk as a zombie and still be arrogant in the way you treat your diseases. So how do you still allow yourself as a healer as well as a patient to be humble, to receive an understanding and use that opportunity to change? Does it sound too weird to you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
So the Adi David, that's what you mentioned, is basically you're changing by treatment or whatever you tell the client, changing the vibration of their mind, basically.
Yeah, that's correct.
And then you kind of put them in a different state. Because sometimes, the modern person, if you just say that this is your fate and you have to change it, or you have to do this or you have to do that, it might not really sit well with them. So we have to kind of find different ways of saying the same thing, but in some ways that they can actually grasp it with the modern.
I understand, and that's a very important thing that you need to understand, that how do you acquire a lingo to communicate what you want to communicate, okay? Because there are some people who would like to change the lingo and say that, oh, this is not my problem, it's my fate, you know, and some people would resonate with that, or some people would say, maybe I still have a chance to do certain things, okay? So as a healer, you have to develop that ability to come up with the technique of how you're going to express yourself depending upon exactly where that person is and what they need to listen at given time. And it's not the same thing that you will say with everyone else, okay? It might be the same thing. I might look at the same person and say two different things at two different times, because they have to slowly be ready to receive information also. But the point what you brought up is very important. You change the mindset, you change the software, and the kinks in the hardware also gets resolved. And if at all they are not allowing listening to things here, and as I said, that there are bigger challenges and problems in life, isn't it? Relationship, finances, job, kids, God knows what. Everything is messed up in several areas of life, which is affecting your ability to transcend, your ability to connect yourself and be detached, and your ability to not to dump that stress in our body. One of the biggest problem what we have in medicine, and you would agree to that, is that there is no deflection of our environment affecting our body. It all goes in, it sinks in. That's what we call it as stress, isn't it? Because you are unconsciously reacting and absorbing that stress and making your body, which is crumbling because of the stress what you put in. So if there's a deflector shield like this or that, which doesn't allow those things to go in but still allows you to change things, and because of that the whole stress in the atmosphere dissolves because of that, I think that's a better treatment. That's a better healing modality. It is always said that don't waste the opportunity when people are there to come and listen to you. When they are sick and they are under the weather, they're all ears, isn't it? Otherwise, you don't want to talk to them when they are walking around with a glass in the hand in the party or something like that, or dancing. They won't listen to you. But when something is bugging them, that's the time when they'll sit and listen to you a little bit more carefully. So your job is to create a bigger picture for their healing atmosphere to initiate and to start. And if you miss that boat at that time, then it's just maybe throwing different herbs, okay? You'll give nutrition supplements one time, you will give some herbs the other time, or you'll give medicines at the other time. There's no difference. So understanding that is very important. They said that if the dumb Vaidyas don't understand this category, that's why I'm explaining the other category for them, and that is Daiva Vyapashraya. Daiva means the same destiny, understanding the role of destiny and managing and relating and connecting what the cosmic destiny entails for you. Why you are living with this person, why you are doing certain things, why you are choosing to be in one place at one time, and all kinds of different cosmic entities what are associated with that. That is still called as Daiva Vyapashraya Chikitsa. It's a part of Chikitsa, treatment, healing, which is all related with not destiny, because the word Daiva is a very dynamic word. So it is understanding the destiny and exercising the free will. It's both. It's understanding what is good or bad and still coming up with what you need to do in a given situation. You have a breakup. You have a breakup, that is destiny. But what do you do with the breakup is your free will, isn't it? So every time you look at a situation in life, if you don't come up with a plan how you're going to deal with it, then you are succumb to the fate of this and create different spectrum of karma which will affect your body. So it is a way to mitigate these things and create positive vibes around you so that you start attracting better things. The second thing is called as Yukti Vyapashraya. Yukti is a very interesting term, which means it's a collection of or a compilation of variety of different healing modalities. Yukti is a collection or compilation of variety of different healing modalities. It could be herbs, it could be herbal formulations, it could be massages, it could be panchakarma, it could be detox, it could be gems, precious metals, it could be God knows what. It could be so many different things that would come as a part of connection of yukti. All the different Shadavidhopakrama, what they call as Snehana, Rukshana, Langhana, Brahmana, all of those 6 categories, they fall into this Yukti Vipashaya. So the whole good medicine is a part of Yukti Vipashaya. Okay? And Sattva Vajaya, you know this word Sattva Vajaya? Sattva? Sattva means your mental strength. It is something very similar to your Adhyatmic category. Sattva Vajaya means enhancing your Sattva, improving positivity, improving optimism, creating mental strength and clarity and control of your senses to stay out of trouble. Control of your senses to stay out of trouble. So all in all, these are the 2 different categories, and you will realize it painfully enough that this is only one category which is to do with medicine as such. The rest is all philosophy. Rest is all Vedanta. Rest is all about understanding of the greater purpose of human life, their dharmas, their pain, sweat, blood, tears, everything like that. Okay? So this is the only one which is going to affect your body as such.
Which one? Adhibhuti?
Yeah, Adi Bhautik and Yukti Vipashaya as such. These are the only things what you will practice in terms of medicine, what you are going to do that. But the medicine will not be successful until and unless you start changing the way people create diseases and imbalances. It's a habitual pattern. It's a habit. It's unconscious ingraining or upbringing, or however you are messed up because of your parents, or however you are messed up because the television you watch, or the things which are affecting your senses and affecting your behavior and everything what you attract in your life. It is given much more importance. Okay, so we are going to talk about chikitsa as a principle. What are the most important modalities for the treatment? What are the ways that you need to probably understand? The word chikitsa, especially kaya chikitsa. Kaya chikitsa. Kaya means body, but the real meaning of the word kaya is actually fire. Chiyate asmin iti kaya, iti fire. So it is a very interesting word why they call Ayurvedic treatment as kaya chikitsa, because respecting and treating the fires in your body is what treatment is all about. Respecting and treating your fire, because you're alive as long as that fire is burning. The moment you're dead, the first thing is you're cold, isn't it? The fire has long and gone. So it is given almost a depiction of godliness about it. It's called as Jataro Bhagwan. So it is considered to be divinity in your Agni or fire which is burning alive in your body. Because when we say treating fires or regulating fire, doesn't mean your gastric fire or your digestive fire. It is to do with the gastric fire, the cellular fires, everywhere else, Dhatuvagnis, and even at every cellular level, whatever the heat processes are. Okay? So when we talk about fire, understanding the heat processes. Why we need to respect and understand the heat processes? Why is it so important? Why do you think understanding and respecting the heat processes and everything which is to do with heat and fire in body is so important?
That's what controls the burning up or the